Boom, just like that. You're back in an urban environment, completely urban, not urban wildland interface. You're back in a true urban environment, complete with all of its dumpsters and garbage, leachate, needles, all sorts of cosmetics, paint, all sorts of solvents, and anything else that people throw away, tons of organic waste. It's complete with noise pollution, urban heat island effect, everything that has come out from where dumpsters used to be, everything that comes out of vehicles and everything with that, everything that gets hit by vehicles, gets hit by trains and things like that. This is the urban reality, that there are lots of dangers for wildlife. Just where I'm walking right here, we can see, look, these are coolant and oil bottles right here just on the ground. And those are all toxic, right? It's not just the plastic garbage, it's all the chemicals that's in it. Stray and feral animals and all the diseases and fleas and things that go along with that. Not to mention the most obvious, habitat destruction. There is miles and miles and miles of concrete around me right here in the DFW area. All of that used to be native habitat at one time. Remember that water doesn't stick around in urban environments. It leaves. These are what's called impervious surfaces. In a wild habitat, water sticks around in the soil, in the creeks, in the lakes, all those things, in the vegetation itself. Water sticks around, but not here. It's either going to make a flash flood and it's going to slowly work its way down storm gutters. So this is a remarkably dry habitat, even though it rains just as much here as it does in the wildland areas. Here's your research. You're going to start with this, the top 5 threats to wildlife in urban areas. Top 5 threats to wildlife in urban areas. And you're going to find a lot here. And it's going to depend on the wildlife we're talking about. Issues that affect birds is going to be different than issues that affect coyotes. You may find that vehicle collision tops your list. That's true. We don't see a lot of the vehicle collisions because of the rats, mice, cockroaches, crows, and other birds that dispose of these dead animals that get hit by cars. It's actually much more common than what you see. You see some dead things on the road, but that's actually a fraction of what's being hit by cars. The next part of your assignment is jobs. So I want you to find 3 open live postings for urban wildlife managers and include their job descriptions. Find 3 open positions for urban foresters and include those job descriptions as well. For your next piece, I want you to think specifically about certain chemicals, that being pesticide and herbicide exposure for wildlife. Pesticide and herbicide exposure for wildlife. And I want you to think about 4 different habitats. We've got urban, true urban environments, urban wildland interface, wildlands, and agricultural areas. Do you think that pesticide and herbicide exposure would be higher or lower in each of those habitats, and explain your reasoning? Why do you think they will get more or less exposure in those areas as compared to the others? Last but certainly not least, if you want to leave the urban areas right here in DFW, can you get to a wildland area near you? You're going to research some of the wildland areas that exist right here in DFW. I highly suggest you use the All Trails app for this. Give me 3 nature preserves or wildland areas right here in the DFW Metroplex that you could visit. Show me a map on how to get from R.L. Turner to the 3 wildland areas that you chose, and give me a description of what's there.